Dustin here with the BatmanUniverse.net, and I have with me the writer of Detective Comics, Scott Snyder. Snyder started on Detective Comics back in November and kind of took all Bat fans by surprise with some amazing detective stories using Dick Grayson. So we've been seeing not only Dick Grayson's story, but we've also been seeing a lot of James Gordon Jr., which we haven't seen really as a major character since Batman Year One back in the 80s. So tell us a little bit about James Gordon Jr.
Well, he's a character I've been dying to use for a while. I mean, for me, our whole story, beginning in 871, and it's going to wrap up in a big exercise issue in August in 881, is about the way that Gotham challenges its saviors. So it really is about the way that for Bruce, Gotham creates certain villains that are extensions of his own weaknesses and strengths. The Joker is essentially who he'd be if he broke his rules. You know, Two-Face is all about the duality of Bruce's life, a kind of parody of that. For Dick, we tried to create villains that are sort of extensions of his own weaknesses and strengths. So the first cycle was really about how ugly the people in Gotham can be. That was the use of the crowbar and all that kind of stuff with the dealer and this cult of sort of rich people that bid on items that villains have used, because we really wanted to show Dick, who has all this faith in the human character, how ugly it could be. That's the way Gotham operates for us in our story. So for James, the idea was we wanted to create a character that would be that same foil for Jim Gordon, because for him, he's, you know, the seminal detective. He adds everything up. It should make sense. You should have an answer at the end of your mystery. But for him, what if his son, my feeling was, what if his son is the greatest mystery he's never solved, in terms of, is his son as bad as Barbara thinks he is? Or is he just a troubled guy? He makes, I think, a compelling case in the next issue where he says, a little later, where he says, essentially, Barbara can't walk. There's something wrong with her spine. I was born, or maybe it was caused by the fall in Year One, or whatever the reason is, I've been diagnosed with this problem. I don't have, a certain part of my brain does not produce enough peptides. I don't have a conscience. I don't have, you know, and there are people that he has antisocial personality disorder. He's like, why is that not just an affliction? It's not my fault. I'm not evil. I'm trying my best, and I don't get the same impulses as people. And now I'm on a new medication, and I'm in a clinical trial, and it's helping me get a little bit better. So we wanted to create James Jr. as a character that Jim Gordon, the great detective, sort of can't figure out, because that to me is one of the biggest challenges that Gotham could throw at him individually, considering who he is psychologically and emotionally and all that stuff. So that's James. 875, which comes out March 30th. Has a little bit of a jumping on point initiative at the beginning, so it'll sum up what's happened so far from Harvey Bullock's point of view in 2 pages. If you haven't been reading us, it's a good time to jump on. But the issue itself gives a lot more. It's a standalone that gives a lot more of James's history with the Gordon family and why they all seem so scared of this guy who's just a scrawny guy in glasses. So we're very excited about that issue. It's Francesco. Hey, Tony Daniel, also for Batman Universe. Tony is awesome. Anyway, the idea would be that in right after 875, 876 begins the organized crime story, where we show these new criminals that are trying to take over Gotham now that the Black Mask and the Maronis and the Falcones have fallen. And it really does begin the ramping up before the end of our whole story that's really going to culminate in this kind of twisted climax, hopefully, in 881 that'll bring all the things together that we've been building towards.
And then getting over to the other series that's coming out in May, Batman Gates of Gotham, how did that idea come up? You know, we've had a little bit of history of Gotham City in the past, but this is solicited as, you know, really laying out the 4 founding families of Gotham City and how Gotham City came to the metropolis, per se, of what it is now.
Exactly. I mean, the idea for the series really was a blend of things. We wanted to sort of, first and foremost, I mean, I've always loved stories about Gotham's past. I loved what they did in Gotham Underworld. I love Made of Wood, the Brubaker story, where you get glimpses, and I love, obviously, what they've done in Return of Bruce Wayne and Batman and Robin, where you get glimpses of the Waynes from the past, Gotham of the past. And my feeling was that Gotham is a city where the past is always sort of alive and seething beneath the present. And so we started talking, I started talking to Mike Martz, the editor, about a possible story, and then he had an idea for a story that involved a certain character we'll talk about in a minute. And we kind of put them together, and then he was saying, can you write this? And I've been, you know, I have a lot of Bat stuff coming on my plate, which I'm thrilled with. And so he started talking about different writers that he's really excited about, and he showed me Kyle Higgins stuff, who did the annuals, Night Runner story with Trevor McCarthy, who's great. and I really loved his stuff, and so he hooked us up together, and it's been wonderful. I mean, the story really is about a terrible thing that happened in Gotham back when they were first building the skyscrapers, and in this race with Metropolis to have a better skyline in some ways, and something that was never solved back then that then now is cracked wide open again. The mystery begins again because of a terrible thing that happens in the opening pages. So it's a mystery with Dick Grayson. It's all about the history of Gotham and how he has to come to terms with being part of Gotham's present means also understanding its past. And we're very, very excited because we're going to be able to bring back Cassandra Cain as one of the supporting characters in the first issue. Kyle is just killing it on writing, and Trevor is killing it on art. I'm really proud to be a part of the team and that they let me tag along. And, you know, it's going to be a great ride. I really hope everyone will pick it up. We're really proud of it.
Well, it looks like it's going to turn out great, and everything that we're seeing is great. Just give us a short tease of what we can expect in the coming months with Detective Comics.
Well, with Detective, it's sort of that. We're really going to be sort of doing one more chapter of the James story. Then we're going to start ramping it up towards the end of both the James story and the sort of front story with Dick. So it's all going to start getting really, really dark and scary and action-packed starting, you know, in the next couple issues. We're very excited. And, you know, we just hope you'll stick with us. Thank you to everybody reading us, too. We've been so honored by and thrilled with the response. I mean, I really, really appreciate it. And all of us do. Jock, Francesco, Mike, Janelle, everyone that works on the book, Detective, we all, and Dave Barron, the colorist, who's wonderful, we all really, really appreciate it. So thank you.
Well, the response is well deserved. You guys are doing a great job, and we look forward to a lot more issues to come in the future. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.